Hi guys, today we are going to talk about The Reign of Superman. This is the new movie that's coming out soon, which is a sequel for Death of Superman. The trailer is out, so let's break it down, maybe make some predictions, and see where the movie is going to. So, if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. I do all kinds of Marvel, DC videos. So, let's get started. In the trailer, we essentially see that after the death of Superman, everybody is like in shock, but at the same time, at the end of the movie, after the post credits, we see that there is a Superman flying in the sky. I'll come to the point as to who that exactly is, but for now, this Superman is dead. And in the trailer, we essentially see four different Superman, or four different reincarnations of Superman. And we also see that Lois is skeptical that Clark is still alive and is going to search for him. So, who are these four, or what is going on with these four characters? So, what's happening essentially here is that the Superman character is broken down into four different parts. One being the last son of Krypton, a cold, emotionless Kryptonia persona. He's called the Eradicator. Then the Superboy, a teenage clone of Superman. You might have already known about him. And then Steel, he's an engineer who built a power suit around himself and holds a hammer. And then we have the cyborg Superman. Let's go one by one. Connor Kent, or the Superboy. You might have already known about him or saw him in the Young Justice cartoons. He's in this particular movie, he's going to be a celeb part of Superman, or like the director says, if the Kardashians grew or adopted the Superman, how would he be? So he's all about attention seeking or being the celebrity that people want him to be. That's what it is about. And how is he born? We already saw that in the Death of Superman, where he's the guy that escapes from the pod in Lex's lab. So he's essentially a clone of both Clark Kent and Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor what plans to control this kid later in the future, but that doesn't happen, and it's a brand new story altogether. We'll talk about it later. And then we have Cyborg Superman, the Hank Henshaw Superman, not the Supergirl Hank Henshaw, but this is the Hank Henshaw whom we saw in Death of Superman flying away in the shuttle or being dead. So what happens there is Hank and his wife, everyone is dead, and he just manages to sneak his consciousness into the mainframe of Lex Luthor's lab, and he's alive, or his consciousness is alive in the mainframe. So what he tries to do is he gains a body, a robotic body, and then with the help of Lex, or with the help of himself, or with his great knowledge or skills, he builds the robot to look like Clark Kent. So what he essentially does after that is comes out to the public and says that he is Clark Kent and or the Superman, and says that he just got battle stuck, his body got damaged in the battle, and that's how he is now, and he's merged with a cyborg. But we all know that the actual plan for Cyborg Superman is to make sure that people trust him and then take over the world. The third incarnation is Steel, the John Henry Superman. He is like a brilliant engineer at Amtech Industries. What happens is he builds a suit and it gets misused, and so he relocates to Metropolis, and that's where at the same time that's when Superman is fighting Doomsday. What happens? He takes up a hammer, goes try to help Superman, but he's all crowded, or he's been battle driven, and he falls under rocks. But later, once he is done, or once Doomsday is dead, he's going to come back and see that Doomsday is done and Superman is no more. So he builds himself an exoskeleton kind of a suit, just like how Iron Man has it, and he has those values that Superman has. Though he never claimed to be Superman, but Lois thought, looking at his good deeds, that he could be one of Clark's reincarnations, so she goes searching for him too. And then we have the Eradicator. Eradicator is essentially the Kryptonian program to protect Kryptonians. It uses DNA from the Superman's body to create a new body for itself and gives itself the memories of Superman. That is what we have seen flying away at the end of Death of Superman. But what it does is it is sensitive to sunlight, and unlike Superman, it cannot look directly into this yellow sun. That is the reason it has those yellow goggles on, and it feeds off of Superman's body for the energy. So what it does is it puts Superman's body in sun, makes it absorb the sunlight, and then takes the energy from Superman's body, more like a vampire, feeding on the Superman's energy. But this is what is going to bring back Superman later. What's next? In this particular movie, what we're going to see is Lois Lane is going to turn or go around searching for Superman and believing that one of these Superman could be, or one of these versions of Superman could be the Superman that she lost. What's going to happen after that? We all know Superman is definitely going to come back. Maybe by the end of the movie is when like the Superman's dead body opens its eyes, and that's where they cut it. And the next movie would be named The Return of Superman. Hope you like this video. If you need more videos as such, please feel free to comment, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Hi guys. Today we are going to talk about The Reign of Superman. This is the new